I want to talk about a short story that happened to me just now about AI and resumes and how recruiters are unfortunately not so wrong when it comes to initial feeling about profiles and resumes and people. So I got a call from a person who said, "Hey, I sent you the resume, but you didn't reply yet." I said, "Okay, sure, tell me your name, I'll look it up." This usually never happens at Gulenko.com Recruitment because we do this for 10 years and placed hundreds of people into jobs. So I'm looking it up, and indeed, it got lost, and yeah, we didn't follow up. The reason, however, was that the resume was rather confusing. So there was a giant job gap from November or yeah, December, February. I don't like. Basically, there was a year 2023, yeah, and at that moment already most recruiters just stopped reading because we are now in 2025. And if you have a job gap of about 1 year, the question is, what did you do? So I asked the person, well, look, our clients will not appreciate this resume as is. They will ask the question, what did you do for the last year? And the person replied, well, yeah, I can't talk about this and so on. And I interrupted the person and said, okay, look, like you were sick, you took care of your sick mother, you did vacation, travel, what did you do? I just want to know. Tell me, like I want to know what happened. The person says, well, I had this mental problem and I got treatment, but this treatment was incorrect for so long. So yeah, this was very tragic. And now, however, everything is perfect. I'm good. And I'm like, okay, well, it is not uncommon to have a like health story that is over 1 year. So I recommend you just put it on the resume so we know the resume is not old or out of date. Because this is what we scan, right? We are looking, and then the resume is like, ending in 2023, and it's like, okay, the person sent the wrong resume, it's outdated, they have some weird thing going on. All of this, unfortunately, in the current market are red flags. I can't change reality and have to work with what I have available. So this lowers the value of the profile. This is how it works. Okay. So I explained to the person, our clients will not accept the resume as it is. Please, can you make an adjustment? The fact that you were sick is not necessarily a problem because otherwise your profile looks great, like engineering profile, different companies, everything, actually famous names also. So I'm like, there's no issue there. The person replies, no, I cannot do it. Like really, this job coach recommended a completely other thing. You are like telling me now something else, and I'm already getting in my head, okay, this conversation I have to end as quickly as possible because just, I'm not a free consultant just, talking to people all day long. Like, for example, government agencies exist in Switzerland, everywhere, basically, that are like really, they are paid per hour to do this work. And the person basically tries to like now start a whole conversation with me about stuff. And I say, look, very politely this time, because I know already this is like a, closed case. Is this like with haircuts? Some people like this haircuts, other like that haircuts. With our clients, I can't change the taste. So if you don't want to follow this recommendation, I totally understand. Whenever I have a job that fits you, like, let's talk again. I try to, politely end the conversation. So the person replies, yes, and I want to tell you one more thing, that, because this was a data-oriented job, let's say or profile, let's say that, yes, the person starts to tell me about how she heard internal news about because ChatGPT is now like basically endangering her job. She would tell them a couple of sentences about that the ChatGPT staff is doing stuff that she would do from the get-go, from the start, and she would be very skilled at that. But there is a big scandal coming up that will soon be in the news, and it is something that she wants to talk to me about more. And at that point, obviously, I know that there's it's not a regular conversation, let's put it that way. And I say, hey, look, I'm really already late to a meeting that I have to attend now. And unfortunately, that is the reality as a recruiter. Nobody talks about this, that during the day you have a lot of conversations that unfortunately will not lead anywhere. And you still have to take those conversations. Why? Because like people, need help, right? Some of these people we can connect to our clients and some don't. And unfortunately, we can't afford to yeah, um, mentally help or babysit everybody or talk to everybody. Otherwise, we would, especially in the current market, not have any basically revenue coming in, and then we'll have to close shop. So what I tell myself and people that work with me, that to a certain extent, obviously, you need to make an effort to like just give out free advice, right? But then if the reply to you is, well, somebody else told me something else, then already this is already the start of the end. Because obviously the majority of people who is like well intended, they really like want to make it, they're like, oh, you told me this thing, somebody else told me that thing. At the end of the day, obviously there is a certain gold standard how you should do anything, really, like haircuts, resumes, cook food. There's not, actually, of course, there's different tastes, but there's also like a very clear way how to do certain things and a very clear way how to not do certain things. Coding, obviously, although there is like more, I would say, nuanced, right? Because it's so complicated that you have so many aspects. But I want to end this short video on the remark that basically recruiters have to deal also with cases where they actually encounter for the first time. So for the first time in my life, somebody told me, hey, I'm actually scared to lose my job due to AI, and I am actually following some news that say that this danger of AI taking my job is it will be gone. So the person explicitly just said ChatGPT, like basically not encounter, like thinking about, basically there's like 50 different companies now, not only one, and that literally the idea was, hey, so this company, AI company, took my job, my data job, and it is not a problem because soon there will be like a scandal out there that will make this company go away, and then I can be hired for to do everything manually from day one. And these people exist, and it was a big surprise. Recruiters have to deal with like new things every day. This was a very special. Of course, this video is not to like, oh, ha ha ha, this person is talking about very, like, let's say, unusual things in an unusual way and probably has some things to work through. This video is not to make in any way like, oh, this person is bad or ha ha ha. Like seriously, just to point, like, because this otherwise will never come to you. I could have just continued my work day and call like 50 other people and have comparatively normal conversations, but I chose to like flip on the camera, put on a microphone and even a shirt to like tell you about this situation, right? And these situations in a recruiter's life, in a recruiter's day, week, happens so much, and we just don't have time to like, okay, like just do other stuff. So dealing with recruiters, also dealing with people that deal with other candidates who are very special, like this person, and that's why then it appears often that we are like, okay, why the recruiter just talks so like frankly and not babysits me so much, why they are so pushy or in the communication so direct or just like jump over things. If you had like 10 conversations that were like leading nowhere and people were other conversations that would be more normal would be like, yeah, the people just talk to you and say, okay, yeah, I just wanna like have a chat about, but actually I don't look for a job. This is more the normal stuff, right? But this video is more about, okay, how situations in life happen, and I try to not to make it too painful to the person I talk to, not too painful for, let's say, my team, but also communicate to the outer world what is going on, like what cases of human thinking exist out there that we can, like, most people, they don't understand actually what exists on planet Earth, right? What kind of humans, what kind of mentalities, what kind of you can say life stories, because I mean that is what is here probably the problem. Thank you and speak soon. Bye.